surprise, it's just me. And this is going to be fun. Can't get a hold of our guest. So we're scurrying around trying to get Daryl's BFF.
Hold on a second.
Do guys have BFFs?
Hold on. Let me try calling you just to see.
So we are trying to see what is going on here. So you're stuck with me for a few moments. No problem, Dawn. That's fine. Steven should be here pretty soon, so we can get him also. You're right, Mary. We can also call Grizz to the rescue. He would do it. God, can you imagine? Was it the last time we had Grizz on that I couldn't breathe? I was laughing so hard. Oh, Lord, that's right. Yeah, because his wife was there, and then Biddy Boo Brown called in.
I tried calling, and it was just...
Oh, Lordy.
No answer. Missed call.
That's true. We can just open up the lines and have a whole evening of people calling in. We could do that also. And there's Steven. Big Bear Homestead is going to be on November 12th, but I bet you Jason would do it also. And I know Charles Hancock also has said he would do it in a pinch.
And I called Charles, but I didn't leave a message.
We haven't heard back from Charles yet. We did leave him a message. So, hey, Duos, how are you? So we're still trying to get in touch with the Stony Ridge farmer, keeping our fingers crossed. We have STEDHOMER.
It shows here's 2 words. Harold space
over here
Higgs.
Trying to get onto Skype. Hey, Brad, how are you? Nice to see you here. Another Buckeye. We could do that, Goldshaw Farms, if Daryl and STEDHOMER can't get connected. That we've talked about that, just doing Daryl and me as a live stream. I mean, so many other channels do it. You know, they don't have guests like we do. So, hello, Miss Brenda. So, another week, Red Duchess Farm. We're going to see Duncan 1900 Homestead. We're going to see, in fact, Red Duchess Farm, Duncan 1900 Homestead, and 2 Family Homestead are all sharing a Mitchell Family Reality Show. Long time no see. How goes it with you? Autumn, how are you? Why aren't you asleep at this hour in England? Goodness gracious. Terry, I'm glad you mentioned them, because I'm going to message and find out how it goes, because I know that's a rough time, and it was so unexpected. Yeah, especially Brenda, since Mark and Jamie are going to be driving you in that cute little pink Jeep. You know, I think that you're going to have a wonderful trip from Illinois to Virginia. What do you think? You think so, Mark? I think you should get a GoPro and put it on the dashboard and take some pictures. See whose heinies overflow the seats the most. So good you made it through surgery. Awesome. Way to go.
What, as far as just getting signed in, you mean?
Hello, Miss Half-Acre Dreams. Miss Allie. Mr. JD. See? There they go. Allie's first, JD second. Just like a gentleman. He holds the door for her. Or at least JD waits for her to say something, then he'll say something. So I put in the description over here Andy's backyard and whoever and shop put a video out that he is making these awesome little signs. They have a cross on it and maybe peaceful inspirations. It's oh God, my mind just went blank. It is Red Duchess Farm is from Illinois. I'm sorry. Mark and Jamie, they're from Illinois. Oh, Still not sure if Jamie's going to get to come. But anyway, I just lost my train of thought. It just derailed. Evening, Stringfield. How are you? How goes it over there, Teresa? That's terrible. That just derailed like crazy. I know what it was. I was talking about Andy's plaques. Andy has a plaque. I don't know what size they are. They have a cross on one side of it, and then possibly a proverb, Andy? I don't know. 70 farms having puppies. Puppies, puppies. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Terry. He's selling them for $20, which I'm assuming, Andy, includes the shipping. Is that correct? And $10 of that cost will be going directly to June Gaul to help try and get her funds up for a lung transplant, which she needs to survive. So he has the signs, doing the signs, and we are selling, get this, tote bags. They're about 15.5 by 15.75, cotton. Everyone needs a smudge, don't you think? And you know what? This isn't the design. This is a design that Daryl didn't care for. So I'm sorry, but it's going to have smudge on it. He's over here chuckling. I think he's chuckling with STEDHOMER, not what I'm saying. But the tote bags are $20, include shipping within the United States. And at this point, $5 will be going directly to June Gaul. And this is for the month of October.
Give it a shot.
Starts today till Halloween.
Thank you very much.
If anybody is going to the conference
or 10:30,
that would like one next week,
I am
thing
and see if we're
putting the box in the back seat,
afterwards.
And I can sell them there also. Yeah, 70 has puppies. Oh, I wish I had a picture I could have posted, Sherry.
Okay.
If anybody needs an adult dog, we have 3 Great Pyrenees, 2 or 4-year-old sisters, Sassy and Sadie. Sam might be hard to rehome because he is food aggressive. He doesn't like to have anybody around him when he eats, so we do feed him separately. Other than that, we've never had a problem with him with the dogs or anything. Can tolerate children. He doesn't want them playing with his ears because he has chronic ear infection, but he's been a good dog. We rescued him 3 years ago. Yeah, he is. He's having a secret phone call. You're right. Terry, they're baby puppies. Daryl, can you hear Daryl?
Yeah, I'm sure they can hear me.
Oh, because Mark just said have Daryl kill his mic.
Tell him we only have one mic. If I kill this one, he can't hear you.
Yeah, Mark, if he kills that mic, you can't hear me. So you get to hear him whispering sweet nothings to STEDHOMER. Yes, Sassy and Sadie are very gentle. They are. Sassy is the one that I picked out. Sadie is the one that Daryl sort of picked out. I couldn't choose which one I wanted. Daryl ended up buying them both. That's how we ended up with 2 sisters. But they're very good. They're very good. Andy, I tried talking her into one of the full-grown. Well, see, the 2 girls, they've never been apart, so they almost have to go together. 10 days, woo-hoo-hoo, and then it's what, 11 hours for the 2 of you? Think you can make it there on time? 11 hours? Oh, welcome, Browsed Homestead. We're just sort of, shooting the bull here. Don't have a guest, so we're trying to see what we can do. We may just have an open mic night, and that's fine too. Something different. Yes, Daryl, if it doesn't work out, we can just do an open mic. Have people call in. Homestead is always like seeds, right? Oh, I have seeds to give away. Oh, do I have seeds to give away? These are what I accumulated at the Life Conference in Missouri.
Okay, for those of you wondering, Stony Ridge, we were just not able to make contact with him today. Normally, we get a hold of whoever the guest is going to be over the weekend. And we were away this weekend. We did not have access to get to anything.
The grandkids camping.
And we were not able to, we got back late yesterday. And I sent him an email this morning. Not gotten any response yet, and I have an idea it slipped his mind, and he has not checked his email yet. He'll probably check it first thing tomorrow morning and go, oh crap.
Well, and like I said, they're all ready to just have you and me do it and have people call in. So,
well, we can do that.
You know, if don't have to give STEDHOMER there a headache trying to log in. We can just.
Well, I think at this point it's a mission with him.
A mission. He's bound and determined. Is that what you're saying?
Are you bound and determined?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we survived, Stephen. It was they closed the office at 9 p.m. So if we didn't get there by 9 p.m., we wouldn't have been able to get into the campground, and we would have had to either stay right there at the entrance and sleep, or go to the next city and sleep at the Walmart. So we made it there with 20 minutes to spare. And then the next morning, kids got up. It was tough getting this one up over here, which is unusual. About 10 o'clock, 10:15, everyone got in their swimsuit. We went over to, they have an indoor pool. And I think when Anthony was an infant, he had gone swimming at the pool there where his mom lives. And so this was pretty much the first time since he's been toddler age. He had a riot. He just loved it. This kid's going to be a fish. We went swimming, came back, made lunch. 2 o'clock, they had pumpkin decorating. So each of the kids got a pumpkin, and they gave them paints. You know, of all things, paints. So they gave them paints, so they all painted a pumpkin. Then at 4 o'clock, they came back and sort of rested, and Kaylee had time to put on her Elsa outfit that her stepmom made for her last Christmas as a gift. So then we went over to the big event center, and I put up some videos on Facebook about that, and they had their Halloween party. Walk in, and I guess Anthony was just taking it all in because of all these, ghosts and monsters and smoke and the whole bit. They had fun. Then after that, there was a hayride. And then after that, at 7 o'clock, they did trick-or-treat all around the campground. Then at 9 o'clock, you could go up to the one area where the offices were and have Halloween stories and hot cocoa. I think they might wing for us. They each campsite has a fire pit and a picnic table. So Daryl got our own little fire going, and he got hot cocoa or vanilla cappuccino for the kids and me, and we all sat around the campfire and got toasty warm until the kids were saying it's bedtime.
Well, Skype ID here.
So
Skype ID here.
Busy weekend.
Busy weekend.
So what else is everyone doing? You heard me talk enough. Your hair is going yellow and teal. Is that what I read correctly, Autumn?
No. Two-family. Okay.
Mine is just going thinner. I haven't colored mine in a very long time. And my niece can't figure out why most of my hair is still my dark color and not gray like hers is. Got me. Just lucky, I guess. Okay, so why yellow and teal, Autumn? See, with dark hair, some of that color doesn't show up.
Two-family homestead at gmail.com.
He's over here. whispering sweet nothings again. So Stephen is coming. If
well, TWO is the number.
No stress. Yeah, Allie, no stress. Right. Oh, do I have an email to send to you later? Okie doke, Terry. No problem. You don't even have to jump. Just, go ahead and walk. Jumping would give me black eyes. Sea mermaid. Oh, okay. Do you like my sea mermaid color? Oh, Goats are from, I guess, and I don't know why I decided to do that and just sort of
at
share it.
gmail.com.
I have broad shoulders, lot worse crap happened over the
Same
years.
as the email address.
Oh, wow. Well, what was it? Rusty said there's always going to be a-holes. I says, yeah, everyone has one. Forever to fade out. I can remember the first time I dyed my hair, I wanted red. And, pumpkin baka. Oh, and there's my sister. Hi, Linda. How are you? Do we have a wedding coming up that we may have to make a trek out to California for, sis? Talking about hair color. I can remember when I was in junior high school, my sister trimmed my bangs. Don't ever let your big sister trim your bangs.
Click your video cam.
I think my hair was down to here, my bangs. I don't even know if I had bangs. I think they were, just like now, it's all the same length. I went to junior high the next day, and literally, my bangs were all the way up here. Because they were crooked, so she kept on trying to even them out. Every time she did them, it got shorter and shorter.
Please start your cam.
Mm-hmm. Not that you know of. Okay, well, that would have been a good excuse to come out to California. We took the 3 kids camping this weekend, Linda. They had a riot. I was exhausted, but they had fun. Oh, see there, Allie, or JD. Allie will dye her hair, no problem. Oh, my sister has this little ankle biter. What is she, Linda? It's not a gremlin. Mom had the gremlin. A gizmo. I don't remember. Yeah, you like that post? Yeah, real sweet people, huh? Dawn, we could dye Andy's hair next weekend.
Hold on, here we go again.
What do you think, Brenda?
Here we go again.
I'm sure that there's a bathroom in there, a kitchen sink. We could dye his hair. A Shih Tzu. And no, folks, I'm not swearing. That's the kind of dog my sister has. This little tiny, it's cute, hairy thing. It's a cute little dog. Considering years and years ago she had a sheepdog. And then I think, did you not have a German Shepherd also? I don't remember. The trolls are sleeping. They
for some reason
while we were away for the weekend, they must have partied.
My webcam is not
because they're all passed out down here.
But I've got a good picture of you.
Evening from Neat World, how are you? Nothing is going on tonight, Linda. We didn't hear from our guests, so we're sort of winging it.
All right. You are going to have to turn down.
We did get Daryl's friend, STEDHOMER,
because it's coming
his
through on
BFF up here. I can see his picture. Didn't I send you a troll like a long time ago, Allie? You never got it? Hey, getting started on homesteading. because I owe Stephen a troll
I still.
now also.
Okay.
Oh, see there? Andy, honey, Dawn wants to dye your hair. You could dye it, we could do the same color for both of you. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be neat.
I'm going to set the phone down for just a second.
Okay, I'll have to check it out, Autumn. Thank you. Ooh, dehydrated basil and elderberries. I have basil out in front I need to harvest. $710 miles from here to Front Royal. I'm not sure how far it is from us to Front Royal. I know we're going to leave early Wednesday morning, but then we have to get up early Thursday morning because we're volunteers and we have to be there bright and early to start getting everything set up. Fire engine red. There we go. That's a cool color. What do you think?
Hello.
Dawn, should we do you and
Yeah.
Andy with
What's
fire
in there?
engine red hair? You'd stand out at the conference.
Is
I
it-
know
is
those
it
two
ready?
folks
You want me to
with
call
the
them?
red hair.
Okay.
And mine's getting longer a little bit, Brenda, but every time I wash it, more hair is falling out, so it's like getting thinner. This getting old stuff sucks. You know, it's one of those things that parents never tell you about, you know, childhood or birth and marriage and all that stuff. You never got the book on those.
Okay, your video's not working.
Yeah. Brenda, I think we can fix them right up. I think we need to have a in-house dinner either Friday or Saturday night and have Andy and Dawn over for dinner. And I think we can do a live stream with using
Okay,
Thrive
you're connected. I'm hanging up the
mixed
phone.
with some of the fresh foods. What do you think? We can do that? I think that'd be neat. We can bring some Thrive stuff. Would work from us. Do I have to get my headset on now?
Yes,
Okay, folks.
but I'm still creating screens here. So
Oh, Daryl's still creating seeds, but
screens.
screens. You want me to make the grape salad and take it, Allie? I can probably do that. I mean, I'm already making, I think, 2 cheesecakes and I think a chocolate dump cake, which we won't tell STEDHOMER's wife about the chocolate dump cake. Will we, STEDHOMER? You gotta make it in a 6-quart crock pot, folks. Trust me.
He's got one.
Yeah, well, now she does.
And he's live.
He's live? Well, I always knew he was live.
He's live.
So they can see him.
They can see him. They can hear him.
Folks, this is STEDHOMER. Daryl's buddy from, long time. 40 plus years. More than they either care to admit. Well, if you take...
It's longer than I care to admit.
Turn it down a little bit, please. I'm going to go deaf. Thank you. That's cool. I never thought about one of those bus things getting you from the airport over there. Yeah, well, we'll figure something out as far as STEDHOMER is a Buckeye. Well, born in Indiana, he was a Hoosier, but he's been a Buckeye for what? Well over 40 years.
Since 1969.
1969. I was still in high school.
So was I. No, actually, no, but
You go ahead and tell them that. That's fine. They don't know. Oh, yes, Andy. We will have you on the live stream next week. Go blue? No, 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 no. It's scarlet and gray. That's what we run here, scarlet and gray. I'm not sure you'd want to walk from Dulles Airport to your bed and breakfast. That would be a, quite a haul there. Okay, we're on, Dawn. Fire engine red. So what are we doing here?
I'm just creating some screens so you can go ahead and chat. And
So I'm going to change who we're having here so everyone knows.
sure.
It's STEDHOMER. He has a wonderful little channel. In fact, Brown Code or Allie, if one of you can grab his channel is STEDHOMER and put the link up here for us. His is mostly DIY, right, STEDHOMER? Yours is a lot of do it yourself.
really, that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make
It's
do
a
with
lot
what
of,
you have, or yeah,
It's a lot of DIY that is not, I hope, is not mundane. I have seen too many of those mundane DIY channels. So I try to pick and choose, which of course is one of the reasons that I don't put up as many videos as a lot of people do.
well, the last few ones have been you were taking the pallets apart and making a workbench, correct?
Well, no, we're working on end tables.
The end tables now, right.
Yeah, we well, as Daryl knows, we found a great outlet for heavy duty pallets. He came down to help us with 4 loads out of our 5-foot by 10-foot trailer. We've since gone back and gotten 2 more loads, and we're trying to get together, and we're finding a lot of oak material in it, so therefore we're trying to use that to make 3 new end tables for our living room. We've run into some snags with that. Got little side projects in order to help us with that project that are going to be coming up hopefully here for too long. But that's where we're at right now.
And we're waiting for Mrs. STEDHOMER to let you in the she cave to take videos of that. When they started building their pole barn a year ago, it was just a pole barn, just a STEDHOMER pole barn. And Mrs. STEDHOMER said, "I don't think so. I need a she cave on the side of that." So STEDHOMER did a little bit designing and added her little she cave.
Little.
Well, yeah, it's not little. It's a good size. I mean, anybody would die to have
it didn't
this
exactly
as a
go
workroom.
quite like that.
That sounds like smoothing it out, right?
No, it actually, number one, it was way more than a year ago. It was almost 3 years ago now, because I think Daryl and I started on it, wasn't it, in October? 2-3 years ago, something like that. Right. I don't remember that far back.
Hey, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's it. And you and I had a whole lot of
fun getting up on those ladders.
Oh yeah. Wrapping chains around trucks and everything else.
Well, the footprint.
Putting dents in the back of the tailgate on a truck.
The footprint of that building is what?
Yeah.
The 400
by 300.
Pardon me?
400 by 300? Or just seem that way?
In inches? It's 32 foot by 36 feet is the footprint of the entire building.
Yeah, and
My,
we got that to within what, 3/4 of an inch square.
I think it was better than that. By the time we got done pulling with straps and chains and come-alongs and everything and getting it pulled in square, I believe we were real close to a 1/2 inch square. And then we started putting up the girts and the purlins in order to hold it there.
Yeah, it was a project.
We did a pretty good job of that. And I know when Mrs. STEDHOMER and I were putting the skin on the barn, it came out real square and real well. Actually, very surprisingly good for me as far as I was concerned.
Well, we get the foundation square. It makes it easier for the rest of it.
You got that right. You got that right. Oh.
But you and I have tackled big projects in the past.
I believe that was the biggest, though.
Well, that might have been the biggest in size, but I'm not sure it was the toughest.
Well, no. When we rebuilt the dump truck.
When we built it from scratch, you mean?
Yeah, that was a truck with a bare frame that we put the dump bed on it and then repaired the dump bed so that it actually was operational and worked very well, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so
not to mention all the rest of the stuff.
So we've got a little bit of mechanical background and some do-it-yourself type stuff where we've gotten ourselves into some trouble.
Yeah. The biggest problems was in the middle of the winter when somebody decided they wanted to clean their garage.
I wasn't around then. I wasn't around then.
No, but it never failed. The garage cleaning always came in the middle of the winter, the coldest time. And of course, that meant the garage doors had to be fully open with the blizzard snow blowing in while we're trying to sweep the floor. Yeah, I remember those days, Daryl.
Well, I can remember putting a tarp over top of one of the Broncos and putting a clutch in it out in the middle of the winter. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Or starting about, 6 o'clock one evening, and by 6 o'clock the next morning have pulled a motor out and completely changed it, had a Cavalier up and running the following morning.
We've done that. We've also converted a diesel to a gas.
We did. You also painted a living room and a hallway and a dining room.
Yeah,
when I went to bed, it was some plain color, and I woke up and it was splotched everywhere.
We've done some overnight painting and
had a trip to, where was it? Was it Missouri for that golf ball car?
You mean the Titleist?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was That was Oklahoma, Nebraska.
That was Oklahoma.
Like that.
I knew it was way out there.
That was Oklahoma.
Yeah, so pleased when he drove in with that, hauling that little car.
So just for you folks,
white car that had been hit in a hailstorm, and it looked like a golf ball.
Sure did.
Yeah, well, just for you folks out there, if you buy something on eBay and it says it has slight hail damage, but
don't believe it.
It's slight is just a matter of one's perspective, I guess. But it had dimples just like a golf ball.
Well, yeah, I was so happy when they drove in the driveway hauling that piece of machinery.
Golf ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why it therefore became known as the Titleist.
Titleist, yeah, that's right.
Okay, if we've had some new folks come in here tonight, let me real briefly explain what has transpired here this evening. We were away all weekend. Normally, we get a hold of our guests on a Saturday or Sunday, their choice, and we do a little test session and make sure everything's working correctly. It gives us a chance to iron everything out. But we were gone over the weekend, and we were just not able to be in contact with anybody. Yeah. So by the time we got home late yesterday,
it wasn't going to happen. We were just like burned out.
So this morning, I sent Josh Stony Ridge an email, and I don't know. We just never connected today. We just never connected. We went ahead and went through the day and planned everything for him this evening, but we were never able to connect. And I'm sure he's probably going to open up his email tomorrow morning and go, "Oh my gosh!" But that's what happens. So we have a friend of mine who also has a YouTube channel called STEDHOMER.
At least he used to be a friend of Daryl's.
Used to be a friend.
Until Daryl called him a little bit ago, say, "Hey, what you doing?"
Yeah, put him on the spot here. And so, well, why don't you join us in some chit chat here?
I won't forget.
You won't forget.
I won't forget this.
Paybacks.
So anyway, we were not able to connect with Stony Ridge Farmer this evening. I will try to get a hold of him, and we'll try to reschedule him for a later date and move forward from there. But in the interim, we have STEDHOMER on the screen with us, and something else I'd like for everybody on here to do. We're going to take this page out of somebody else's playbook, but channels you like to watch, just type them in there. Just put them in, and let's see some of the different channels you folks enjoy watching. It does not have to be homesteading channels, just whatever channels you like to watch. Go ahead and type them in, and we'll try to read them off here.
Daryl, what size toy hauler would you like to get?
35 to 40 foot.
There we go, Nomadic RV, 35 to 40 foot.
But I'd like to
That's bigger than.
That's
bigger than my house.
I'd like to not get a fifth wheel.
That's bigger than my house.
So we'd have to get a little bit bigger truck.
No, not if I stay with a
Weedham and Reed.
tag along.
I think I've heard of that channel. No, we're not Toad.
Part-time permies.
Yeah.
Yep, part-time permies.
Wholesome Roots. I love Rose. Going to get my neck hug next week from Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, type in some of these names of some of these channels you watch.
In fact, I'm trying to figure out how to make cheesecake bites for Rose now that she
Deep South Homestead, good channel.
Can't eat the sugar and all that. Yeah, gotta love me some Danny and Wanda, don't we? Did you see the pictures I posted today, Brenda? That Anthony was playing with the bunny head and the raccoon head.
No, this is not the contest.
It's not a contest. Oh, that's right. Oh, Carrie, I haven't been back to that channel in a long time. I forgot all about them.
Willow Creek Homestead, good channel. Freedom Homestead. Bandana Grandma.
We'll see Bandana next week. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Good old Grizz 270. Farmhouse on Boone. Don't believe I've seen that 7D farm.
Allie won. Well, yeah, you won, Allie. You have JD as the prize. Okay, Carrie, thank you. I will go back and look.
Jim Beer, the Ripe Tomato Farms.
Is there number 42, Jim? I will go back and check that, Carrie, and see what ingredients I have to get.
Okay, Old Alabama Gardener, M.I. Gardner, a couple more good channels.
Cool. There's some new ones here I'm going to have to check out. See if we can get them as guests. Or some of you as guests.
I'm surprised nobody has said Demolition Ranch. Nobody has said Off the Ranch. Nobody has said...
Well, if you notice, most of these are homesteading or cooking.
Yeah.
So... You know what one channel, which is definitely not a homesteading, prepping, or anything, or cooking channel, is the dude down in Columbus.
Oh, Roman.
Yeah,
Roman
Atwood.
Atwood.
It's like he dropped off once he got married. Once he got married, that was it.
Praxis 55712. Yeah, he's got an interesting channel. I like his content.
You want to exchange your price and trade up? What are you going to trade for, Allie?
White House on the Hill.
They will be there next week. In fact, White House on the Hill is the one that Amy is having do the videotaping of the speakers and doing interviews. You're an admin in the GF recipe group.
Farmer Meemaw.
Ah, love Farmer Meemaw. She is awesome.
Harold, what channels you watch when you get a couple spare minutes?
Well, I don't watch near the channels that I used to. Woodworking channels are big on that I watch now. Woodworking. I've been watching Izzy Swan, Jack Workman. In other words, it's all on YouTube so that I can learn more methods and more ways and making the equipment that I need to do my DIY.
Oh, so you're going to YouTube college?
Yep. Hopefully by the time I get 90 years old, I'll have my doctor.
Awesome. We can have a graduation party.
Leah Shannon, Maniac Grandma, The Holler Homestead, Pure Living for Life. See, somebody pulled that in there. Prepper X is good also.
Yeah, Jim, I think Prepper X is on the same time we are on Mondays, which is why we don't see Nina here anymore. Blake Kirby, yeah, some good channels. Anyone have any questions or DIY questions for STEDHOMER? Allie, you watch Two Family Homestead? Oh, Lord.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh, they're an hour before us, Jim? I thought they were on the same time. Go figure.
Chad Prather. I've heard that before.
I like that man.
So anyway, I have a trivia question.
Okay.
So I haven't prepared screens, so I'm just going to read this off, or I'm just going to say what the trivia question is. But let me see what we have here.
Doug and Stacy. Ah, yes. They will be there. Yeah, there goes Jim. He's already doing 42. Doug and Stacy will be at the conference next weekend.
All right, let me run the trivia over here on the screen, and then I'll just, instead of having it printed on the screen, I'll just.
Okay. Big Bear Homestead, he will be our guest on November 12th, I think is the date.
12th, 15th?
Something like that. The week after the 5th.
Okay, folks.
Oh, hello.
As what we always do here, we're going to do our trivia questions. We're just playing it by ear tonight. So the rules are the same though. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as received and recorded on the stream here. That chat is embedded in the screen so everybody can see it. That is the official order of chat. The order on your computer may be different. And we ask you send us an email with your mailing address so we can send you a genuine $2 bill. So I'll leave this up here so everybody can see the screen. We have been doing Monday Night Lives since May the 8th, I believe it is.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we have had the occasion where, for one reason or other, be it weather or something else where the guest got busy, where we've had to substitute.
Okay.
So my question is, as a trivia question, how many times in that entire history have we had to bring in a substitute, and STEDHOMER was so good as to join us here this evening as a substitute?
So we're including tonight?
We are including tonight.
I know. Can I win? I haven't won in the last 4 weeks. Or I think I know.
Well, there's 2, there's 3, there's 5.
42.
No.
Jim, take one of those numbers off. Is it Christy Betts?
Did I miss it? Yes. 4 times. 4 times.
I told you, Jim, take that one number off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 times.
We've had Charles Hancock that we had a call last minute. We had Living on a Dime, Tara, that we called last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda from Deep South Homestead that we called last minute.
Yep.
And STEDHOMER that we called last minute that Daryl was going to owe big time for.
And he's just grinning.
And he's just, yeah.
And he is just grinning, so I don't know what's going to happen here. So, Christy Betts, congratulations. The correct answer is 4 times.
See, Mary knew, but she wants the cookbook. I wasn't giving away the cookbook. Dawn, we're done now. You can stop guessing.
But now let's go ahead and just talk about the 2 videos that we did get out. So you go ahead and do that. I'll get Harold back on the screen over here.
Okay. Well, and one of the videos, I've posted the link. I did it the end of last week. For the month of October, we are selling a smudge tote bag, $20. $5 of that will go directly to June Gaul to go in her kitty to accumulate money for her lung transplant, which is going to be buku bucks. And that's for the month of October. $20. Shipping is included within the United States. And then also with that, Andy from Andy's Backyard Shop is selling a little plaque with a cross on one side and proverb on the other. I don't know if that's the proverb. Andy or Dawn, you can help me out here. And they have twine on it so it can be hung up on the wall. $20 shipping within the United States, and he's putting $10 of that towards June Gaul's PayPal to help with her lung transplant. And then, since we didn't get the video Friday, got a video up this morning
at 2:40 something this morning.
Yeah. So we do a monthly layman's cookbook giveaway. And yes, Christy, if that's what you would like, by all means, you can donate that prize money to June. Thank you very much, sweetheart. We are doing our monthly, it's September's cookbook giveaway, the Diamond Jubilee issue. If you want in on that, go to the video that has the September Layman's Cookbook giveaway. And all you have to do is watch the video, prefer that you are subscribers, and put in the comments, I want that cookbook. And it's an awesome cookbook. It's a very nice cookbook. And those now to be drawn 8 p.m. Wednesdays, what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
We'll do a live stream. We'll do the random comment picker. So be sure to check that video out and leave us a comment on that, and you could be the proud owner of a new cookbook. So I opened up the phone line, folks. Somebody's got to keep STEDHOMER awake here. I woke him up.
You got close to waking me up. That's a fact.
And when you answered, that's the first thing I said. He's sleeping.
Well, I've been out in the barn working most of the day today on a piece of equipment that I just happened to acquire to have my heart broken right at the very end when I found an unfixable piece of it broken.
Oh.
So.
What did you find that broke your heart?
We have a phone call coming in.
Hold on.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hi, Daryl.
Well, hello.
We know that voice.
How are you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing good. And the scary part is, before she mentioned that megabus, if I hadn't gotten a ride, I probably would have been foolish enough to walk that 50 miles. I
believe you probably would have. There is no doubt in my mind.
Come and meet all of you, you bet.
What can we do you for? What kind of questions do you have for STEDHOMER?
Well, I just wanted to say thanks for showing up and filling in our fun space in our little motley crew. And
motley crew.
I've got to call it a night because I got to be up in a little under 6 hours.
Ugh.
You got something special going on tomorrow?
Yeah, it's called work.
Yeah, it's called work.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I work at Mrs. Bud's food warehouse.
Okay, but I for some reason I had not put that together. That I thought he was normally here later.
It's almost 10 o'clock, so.
I guess it is. Oh, time really flies.
See, Stephen,
when you're having fun.
This is what happens when you get old.
Oh my.
So time
flies when you're having fun or getting old.
There you go.
You betcha. Well, Stephen, thank you very much for calling. You got any questions for STEDHOMER?
Lizard lady.
What is his next fun project he's got going on?
Well, like I said, I'm trying to get this joiner running, but it's basically the end tables built explicitly out of pallet wood that Daryl and I had collected, or Daryl, my wife, and I had collected, and hopefully they'll be worthy of being put into the living room.
Well, the neat thing is some of these pallets have got good wood in them.
Good wood is not the word. Great, gorgeous wood. Some white oak, red oak, and once they've been run through the planer, it's unbelievable the grain that they show.
Well, sounds like something fun. I look forward to seeing. You all have a great night, and I will look forward to seeing you next week and then a little bit after that.
Yep, in person.
Okay, Stephen, thank you for calling.
Amen.
You have a good one,
All right,
Stephen.
you all have a good one.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly, Noah's Ark. Free wood. Free is best.
Yeah,
you got that right.
Yes, yeah. STEDHOMER and I went to a place down by where he lives, which is it's a tractor dealer. They deal in heavy equipment and lawnmowers and landscaping, a big rental company. And they had pallets, just piled up pallets. But they were big enough that a lot of these riding mowers and stuff came on them. And a lot of the equipment that they got in there. So they're not your typical pallets. And some of them are built pretty well. They're bolted and screwed together rather than just pinned and nailed. So
the last ones that Mrs. STEDHOMER and I went and got, they had steel corners on it, as well as, let me see, each corner had at least 3, some had 4 5/8 inch carriage bolts and nuts through it to hold it together. and then all the rest of it was screwed together with like deck screws.
So it was quite a project. Of course, now you're also gathering steel and components from these pallets that you're going to put your newly found welding skills in place.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's still claiming that they taught me how to weld.
I just assisted a little. Yes, no?
Well, at least now I can, I can weld with a stick, I can weld with a MIG, and I can fire up the torch and cut it in half.
Well, then I guess we got to teach you how to torch weld. And
Okay.
I can still do that.
Okay.
Is that the
Teach
one?
me.
Is that the one you can do?
That's the one I can still do.
Oh, I don't know what's what. So
Yeah, oxygen, acetylene weld. So.
Well, I remember doing that plenty of times when I reskinned one of your mufflers for Titleist, I think it was.
Were we welding or brazing?
I put a new skin on that muffler using, I think you had me using like coat hangers and stuff on it.
Okay, well, no, we would have been welding then. So.
yeah, Eric. Folks want to know if VA's gotten off their tush and you've done your closing yet. God, that would drive me crazy. Woohoo! They closed Wednesday. Awesome, muzzle tough. When we were coming home from the campgrounds yesterday afternoon on this one route, I forget which one it is, 46 or 6 or something like that. There is a house that's a dome house, but it's like I think there's a house and maybe a breezeway, and it could be the garage right next to it that's also domed. And you were the first. Well, you were the only ones I thought of when I saw that dome house. Yep.
So is that this coming Wednesday you're closing?
Yep. Brenda wants to learn how to weld. Daryl.
Well, I'm not allowed to arc weld or MIG weld anymore. So I have to pass those over to Harold. I can look from afar.
Well, and you also told Justin.
Yeah.
He's going to have to learn. Your grandson.
Yeah, my grandson's going to have to learn. Yes, they have told me I'm not allowed to do that stuff anymore.
All because of a stupid little pacemaker.
Yeah.
He can't weld. He can't work on certain kinds of cars. Can't open up the hood and do some sort of whatever because of the magnetic field. Is that right?
Well, I can't work around big magnetos.
Can't have his cell phone in his chest pocket there on his t-shirt.
Not supposed to pick up more than 40 pounds.
Oh.
All kinds of stuff.
That's Anthony.
Yeah.
He's more than 40 pounds.
Yeah. But we just managed to squeak on by and do what we can. And fortunately, STEDHOMER has helped me here with a couple things that I've not been able to do.
If any of you want some pine wood for burning, we have a tree out front that's in the yard that still needs cut up. If you'd like to come cut it up and take it home, yeah. That would work for us.
And if anybody needs any roof work done, STEDHOMER is very adept at doing that.
We need. Whoa, hold on. Now we need to talk about this, Daryl. I've done did do that. By the way, you've been leaking with all this rain lately?
We haven't had any more rain since then, have we?
Well, yeah, we had quite a last week.
Oh, that's right, because they were up. They were up last Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it did leak, it didn't come through into the kitchen.
Not that there were any splotches on the ceiling to begin with. But
Yeah,
that was weird.
so hopefully we got that taken care of, and it's going to hold off until I get that roof here later this year.
Folks, we're going to do a GoFundMe page for a new roof for Smudge's family. No, we're not really. It sounded good though.
Well, I'll tell you what. If any of you all out there in the chat have had to price roofs lately, at least wise in this area, they have gone absolutely bananas. They're all so busy, you can't get them to come and even give you an estimate. When they do, they think that that the price is just ridiculous. We have a ranch style home that is, well, the measurements are 56 foot by, I want to say 26. That sound right, Harold? Or STEDHOMER, does that sound right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, I believe. I'm not sure. I just know your house is about twice the size as this one.
I think it's 56 by 26. It's a 412 pitch. It's a ranch style on the front side of the house. It's not that high off the ground. The problem for STEDHOMER myself is that the back side of the house is a walkout basement. So the roof is essentially 2 stories off the ground, which is just, it shouldn't make any difference. I have this in my head. It should not make any difference if you're on the front side or the back side of the roof as far as anything else, but it's just so much further down. We just have this mental thing.
A lot of it too is, you and I both know that we go off of a 8-foot fall like the front of the house, and you're probably going to survive. You can't say that off of a 16 to 18 foot drop that's off the back of the house.
Yeah, and it's every bit of that. So anyway, I'm getting estimates of like $14,000 to do this roof, and it's just absolutely crazy. 5 years ago, I had estimates. I had an estimate to have the entire roof redone with standing seam metal roof. Where they come in, they were going to put a whole new layer of a substrate down, and then put standing seam on top of it. They were going to do it for $4,000. And that was very expensive at the time.
Mary Smith's, it cost almost $7,000 to do their house this year. Tin roof also.
And getting started homesteading, we paid $15,000 for a roof 7 years ago. I don't know.
Unreal. Well, hell, they want $10,000 just to have a funeral service. I'm sticking you out in the backyard.
That's fine. You want me to dig the hole?
Can you do that now?
Why? It just fill up with water.
Oh, I can go swimming then.
Well, that's true.
He'd have to do it before the land froze, Harold, because then I'd have to have you come over and use the jackhammer.
No, you wouldn't.
Or I can get one of those 2-man pole diggers.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, find out where it says, and all of the estimates are far in the same range, $14,000 to $16,000. I don't know what it is. It's just.
I just remember how many years ago that it really, well, maybe only 5 or 6, that Mrs. STEDHOMER and I put a new steel roof on our house. Yeah, we did the work, but we were still able to buy all that we needed to put up there for under $1,000. You couldn't do that today, I don't think.
And that wasn't that what they had left over from somebody's order that was the wrong color for them or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was perfect for what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly what
we went in and wheeled and dealed, and they came up with a heck of a deal, but you know, the fact that it compared to what it is today is just outrageous. Yes,
$3,000 for cremation. Oh, jeez. I'm telling you, I've told Daryl several times we need to get one of those insurance policies that pays for it. Because it's sort of like buying that property that we want. I don't think they'll take $5 down, $5 a month. Quit yawning. It's contagious.
Well, the reason that I think that it's close to highway robbery, it actually comes out to be a little over $1,000 a square, and that's just, to me, that's just out of hand. But
I agree. I know 3 years ago when I bought the farm or the barn kit here, you consider we just talked about 32 by 36 and 10-foot walls on the barn. That was less money than some of the quotes that you got just to put a simple roof on top of your house.
Well, Christy, that's what we did too. I did enter into an agreement with an Amish individual here that came in and gave me an estimate.
That we know his work because he did something up the street.
Yeah, and he does a very good job. He does metal roofing.
Yeah, if you can't get STEDHOMER, Amish is the next best thing.
But after all of those other estimates that were $8,000 to over $14,000, this guy came in and says, "I'll do your house for $5,200," and he's doing more than what we asked. So I entered an agreement with him, but he said the catch is I can't do it right now. I will do my best to have it done before the snow flies, but I'm busy.
Well, it's late in the season and it's crunch time for them, I guess.
So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do that and get him to. So we have a detached 2-car garage. So the house and the garage is going to be in the $7,000 range. But that's all the other estimates were for just the house, and we're getting the house and the garage done for less money than any of the other estimates, and that's just fabulous as far as I'm concerned. I don't mind somebody making a profit. They have to. But they don't have to make a year's worth of wages on me. Because it's not going to happen.
That's somewhat like the concrete people that I had quoting for the floor on our barn. One gentleman pulled in a brand new truck that he made sure. Pardon me?
Didn't say a word.
Okay, well, he pulled in a brand new truck that he made no bones about how much he spent on it and how many, and all about the other 5 that he had, but yet he was outrageous in his quote. Now, I basically told him right up front I didn't call him in here to figure out if I could pay for one of his trucks. I wanted a fair deal on the concrete work. That just seems to be the way a lot of them go.
Yeah, it's too bad anymore.
So anyway, I guess we'll go. What else we got going on here? Anything?
I don't think anything.
So let's just recap here just for a moment. STEDHOMER has joined us this evening on a very, very last minute I called him up and said, "Wake up, Harold."
Daddy did.
And we'll stick you on the show. So everybody that's watching, go to STEDHOMER's channel, unsubscribe and resubscribe. That way it shows lots of activity. Just don't forget to resubscribe.
And ring that bell.
And we put a video out for winning a cookbook. That drawing will be Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So go check that video out. You have to leave a comment. What else do I have to do? Anything?
That's it.
You got to leave a comment. You got to tell us you want the cookbook. And we're going to do a random comment picker so everybody has an equal chance. I don't know how many's there now. I haven't even gone and looked. But we don't get the, 40,000 views like some folks do. So go check that out. We also have the 2 family homestead tote bags that we're selling, where we're giving essentially all the profits to June Gaul for her. She needs a lung transplant.
And Andy also is doing something for June, and I posted those links.
Yeah, Andy's
Backyard and Shop.
Andy's Backyard and Shop.
Who we will meet next weekend. Along with Dawn.
Again. Yeah.
Along with Dawn. Along with Brenda, also known as Duncan 1900 Homestead, and her hubby Paul.
I'm guessing.
And Mark. We're not sure if Jamie's going to be able to make it.
Oh, really?
Because they have other critters. They don't know if they have a sitter yet.
Okay.
And Terrell's best friend. And Stephen, Brown Coat Homestead, will be there.
Yeah.
Kathy Stevenson from Florida. She's the one who took the other side of the 2 tickets that we gave Stephen.
Okay.
So she's coming in from Florida. Out of Goshen, if they're still on here. Cross my fingers that you will still be able to make it next weekend. We will...
Is that next weekend already?
Yes, it is next weekend. We leave bright and early Wednesday morning.
Next Wednesday. Not next week, Wednesday.
Yes. That's what next weekend means.
Well, I just being sure, so there's no misunderstandings here. You folks didn't see any of that. Instead of Homer's being very quiet, he's going, "They're at it again."
Smirk on his face.
Instead, Homer, you got anything new you want to share with people? Something that's coming up? I know you're in the furniture building mode at present.
Oh, and his wife does. If you need jewelry, Mrs. STEDHOMER does awesome stuff.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any videos of that stuff.
No.
I think he needs to video Mrs. STEDHOMER.
And as a matter of fact, she was over there working in her side tonight or today to find out that she took another fall over there, and our little pup thought she was playing, and they had a heck of a time on the floor for a while.
Goodness. Okay, well, no, if anybody wants any beaded jewelry, what other stuff does she do? She makes spoon rings, she makes... What other stuff does she do?
She is a multi-talented lady. I have not seen too many things that she cannot do when she puts her mind to it.
So STEDHOMER, you need to either create her own channel, or you need to give her some space on yours.
You know as well as I do, she is welcome to have as much space on mine as she wants. And when the day comes and she wants her own channel, she'll have it. You know that.
So Anything else we need to...
They're already asking if she has an online store.
Does she have an online store?
Nope.
Not yet. No, not yet. She's getting real close to having it completed. Our daughter Diane and granddaughter Kayla, they spent the better part of yesterday over there creating. It's starting to come together, and I don't think it's going to be too long before I will probably publish a great reveal of her side. It's been a while. It's about time. I think she's about ready to open up the door and let us in.
Well, you got the targets ready at the bottom of the hill, where we could just go out on the deck there and do some target practice.
Got to move the tent first, bub.
I don't have to hit the tent. I know where my bullets are going.
Yeah, but my log splitter is sitting in that tent. You're not going to be shooting towards it. Although that tent is actually, right now, it's pretty full with a whole bunch of pallets inside of it. Along with my log splitter.
All right. Folks, thank you so much for coming here this evening. Guess that's it, huh?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Harold?
Thank you also very much.
STEDHOMER, need to say goodnight.
Good night.
Thank you, BFF.
All right. Take care. Thanks so much. Next week, Roots and Refugee.
Yes, and I will check to make sure they're still on, because I know he lost his mom last week unexpectedly. So I will check to see what's going on there.
All right.
Sherry, good luck with your puppies. Make sure you post pictures on Facebook.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. Take care. We'll talk to you all. Oh, tomorrow night I have the
Filmora class.
Filmora thing. And then Wednesday we'll do the giveaway.
I wonder why, country girl.
All right. Good night, folks.
Love you more.
Good night.